That weird guy with a smile in his face. Okay, let's have some fun. Last days to build 2026. You know what the problem is? Foundation. Let's write it down. Let's get a tab and a pen. Let's have some fun. Ready? Tab and a pen time. Ready to begin? Foundation is the key. What does this mean? If we have foundation, we can build finance and we can build the dream and we can write it off as we create debt. Debt offsets taxes. We're going to have some fun. So many things like the blueprint. The blueprint of success, I own the rights to that. My TV shows, radio shows, info commercials said it for over 30 plus years. The blueprint of success. What do? We're going to play the game to win. I tell you to take a picture of what's on the screen right now because it makes sense. You see, we're going to get auto income. I want you to focus on something today, and I think the world is wrong, okay? I think I'm right, they're wrong. Let's focus on right now 6420, okay? And let's focus on $10,000, okay? Which income do you need to pay your bills? That's the bottom line. What income do you need to pay your bills today? Here's the American dream per Ray Reynolds, okay, per me. I got enough money coming in. My bills are paid. My wife and my kids are okay. A little extra on the side. Now I can go kill it. What most people do is they jack up their credit, screw it all up, and bring the pain home anyway. 90% of people start a business fail. They fail all the time. That sucks. All these, social media things are talking about rich people. Well, we're not rich yet, are we? I hope you're never rich. How's that? I don't want you to ever be rich. Okay. I want you to maintain a rich corporation and not say you're rich. Bless you. So what do we get to do? It's very simple. This is live. I'm live 6 days a week. 6 days a week, you're stuck with me if you want. 6 days a week, in person or online. How's that? 49 years, telling you the rules and tools and the truth. But again, beginning, no pictures or recording. Why? You're wasting your time. Let's take pictures of things that matter the most. Let's think about something today. I accomplished every goal I ever had, every goal I've ever had. And that's what I do because I don't stop till I attain the goal. You see, that's me. White boys can jump. It's only 13 feet in the air. All the goodies are division process. So if we play the game to win, what do we get to do? Protect our assets. You see, you shouldn't own anything anyway. If you look at basically the Gettys, what they did, the Firestones, how about the Rockefellers? They were my favorites. Because why? They didn't own anything. They controlled everything. People get stuck in the probate because of the way he screwed up. You didn't plan to die. You got to plan to live and die, by the way. That's the only way it works. So we got 2026 coming up. Are you going to make some broken promises again like you've done most of your life? You're basically, 45 to 75? Some of you 35 too? I bet you your friends and family, someone ripped you off and knocked you down. You got a little disappointed. Let's play my way. Winning the game of business. 1976? Wow, that's a long time ago. Did you realize on that first series that I created, I'm driving a Lamborghini Countach I bought from an auction, and I got my houses and properties and things I did. See, what I did is I modeled it after banks and grocery stores in cities. Let's play. Let's write down the word bank right here, okay? Banks. What does this mean? Banks are bankrupting 21,000 locations currently. They have branches. That's what they have. So they have a branch. Now understand what this means. You see, I don't understand stupid, to be honest with you. It bothers me. So we're going to draw a square there and put an M in the box, okay? Put an M, please. What I call us stupid is we follow stupid. You need an LLC. You got to click here, get a tax ID. Oh, my goodness. Talk about stupid, okay? All corporations are free. Free. I'll give you a free corporation, okay? Any state you want, or whatever type you want, free. You will pay the filing fee. That's simple. What, $30, $100? See, you spend thousands of dollars for a corporation, didn't learn daily squat. IRS.gov, get the tax ID. It's pretty easy to do. Knowledge is how you get there. That other stuff is just BS. So what do? Let's understand. Banks, all right, bankrupt locations. What do? Here's a line of defense. This is a corporate umbrella. And what do they get to do under the Business Practices Act, the Fair Business Practices Act, and the Bankruptcy Code? Fair what? All right, bankruptcy code is very simple. They get to wipe out a debt. All right, so we file bankruptcy, we bring the pain home. So if we take the Federal Protection Act and they bankrupt locations, these are corporations owning corporations. See, what I looked at basically in 1976 and all that stuff, line of defense, a corporation owning a corporation is called a subsidiary. So what they're actually doing is what's called tax balancing. Here's the IRS. All right, here's the bullies. Okay, and they're trying to balance that. That's what they're doing. They write it all off, keep the assets, and go do it again and again. Every bank and even credit cards right now are settling at the end of the year because they write off on their taxes. But it's okay. All right, then I basically 84, I get to change that as well, have some more fun. See, in 1976, I was 16 years old. 16. When I brought in my first million structure. Actually, it was about 14 and a half when I did that. I invented products and all kinds of things. So we play. Next series is simple. I named it the Millionaires Founders Kit. I wanted to call it Books for Dummies, but that was already taken. So the Millionaires Founders Kit is also named in the Blueprint of Success. So that's what we get to do. So take a picture right now, screenshot it. It was $5,000 at the Bonaventure, Long Beach Marriott, okay, what? Hilton, all right, Ontario, and also Orange County. 4 events every week. 32 years, second largest advertiser in California. $5,000 a set. There you get for $499, $500. We have a problem. 2 problems. Number 1, you should write down credit, money, and time. You're running out of time, you're running out of money, you have no credit. What'd you do? You screwed it up. If we don't incorporate today, and I mean today, not tomorrow, today. If you don't get a corporation now, next year you won't be able to say it's on its 2nd year. That's pretty important. The filing date's a birth date, so it's a division process. So we have problems because of time. We're running out of time. That's our problem. So let's say we only have days left. It's over. It's over. What do we do? Take a picture. I believe you've screwed up. I believe I'm wrong. All right. No. All right. I want you to pay attention. I believe you're wrong completely and I'm right. How's that? I'm one of the few, not one of the many. What does this mean? You drove by Wendy's the other day. You remember on the right-hand side? Oh, you saw the Wendy's. Once you go inside and say, where's the owner? I want to talk to the owner. They're going to say it's a management company. You've been driving by that Wendy's since you were 10 years old. It's still there, still there. Why the blank don't you own the damn thing? What's wrong with you? You've been driving by your opportunity anyway. I wrote the first books on laundromats, car washes, all right, all these things, apartment complexes 40 plus years ago. And what did I do? Hey, my laundromats, how about my payphones, my printing companies? I want basically what's called auto income. Now, I got a bunch of clients out there. You need a laundromat. You need a car. Stop. Do you really want to work at a damn laundromat? Hell no. I don't want to work there. Do you? But do you want to own it ran by a management company? You own it ran by a management company. You got it so far? I called it auto income. I didn't know any better. I was 17 years old, got 19 damn houses, corp to corporation, having fun. Went to this event for payphones. They said it was what? $1,600 for a payphone and a route. That makes an average of $300 a month. Okay. I'll take 10, please. That's what I said. I'll take 10. I took 10. Went back again and again. What happened? People were complaining. You only made $28. See, the problem is people don't realize it's a numbers game. Numbers game is very simple. What does this mean? I end up having 22,000 payphones. Is ridiculous. That's only 6.6 million a month, by the way. But they were not mine. They belong to the corporations and all the other pieces. I don't want to own anything. I think when you own something, it's called stupid. Now, I want you to take a picture. This one matters the most, okay? Here's your future right there. Take a picture now. I want you to print it in color, and I want you to do what with that? All right, a laminate, put it on your desk at work and what in your refrigerator at home. There's your screensaver for your phone and your computer. This is where I'm going to get you for 2026. You're going to focus on 5,000 to 10,000 a month. That's what you're going to do. Okay, got it so far? We're going to play my way. Your way, sorry, I think sucks. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I've always been that way. That's how it works. All right, Santo is my vice president of the company. We're lining up about 51 escrows right now, 51. So this means we take the escrows and we ask you, would you like a piece of something? See, you're going to say, I want you to have a Wendy's. I don't have that money, right? It's $1 million. What if we, you and I, gathered and we put money in an escrow? Well, how would I do that? Well, let's see. This is checkbook money. So when you hear these ding-dongs on social media, you got to get a loan. You got to pay your payroll in 7 days. The bank's not going to give you the money. It's BS. I know people for money all the time at banks. Banks will give you the money. How about American Express has a blueprint loan for $250,000? You see, the bottom line is a bunch of crap out there sometimes. It's not all good or bad, okay? It's just yuck. So what do? If I line you up for a piece, would you write a check from a line of credit that I help you get that you didn't have to do much for anyway? And would you write a check to escrow? It's up to you. Would you like to have 25, 50, or 75% of a piece? See, I always have 25% of every piece I ever do because that's how we play the game. Today, I need you to write down UCC1. UCC1, write it down now, now, now. And then I want you to write the irrevocable trust. Write down the irrevocable trust. You go to your house today, take a picture of everything you got, everything. Okay, because we have to understand something. Everything you have in the house or office needs to be on the UCC1. That's right. You're going to learn about a chattel mortgage, by the way. So when we die, because our house has a deed of trust, car has a pink slip, the other widgets don't have anything besides UCC1. Why don't we tie it into irrevocable trust so we know where it goes when we're dead? Would that be okay? We're going to plan to live and we're going to plan to die. That's what I've always done for me. Irrevocable trust. You're going to play with that because it works. Okay. Now let's understand a couple of pieces. You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. That's what I believe you did. You got excited. You got excited with your friends and family and your wife and oh, the goodies, oh, goody. We're going to basically, honey, we're going to jack up our credit. We're going to drop our score. We're going to get stuck, can't get anymore. We're going to hawk the house. We're giving the pain to you and me, and we're going to be stupid. Yeah, that's what you did. Sorry, I call that stupid. You see, all credit cards fluctuate. You need a sticky in the back of the card. Why sticky? I set up the system. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough in the 70s and 80s. TRW became a Spirit in 96. It was my idea for the oldest card. I created the 29% rule that all the dashboards use today. If it's 29%, it's yellow. If it's 30, it's red. No, it's yellow, then it's red at 50%. You got this card. Honey, let's go shopping. Let's go get a dinner. Let's go piss it away. Well, that's what you did. Stop it. These cards do not fluctuate. They are paid over time limit of $100,000, unlimited up to $1 million. You see, when you have an old bad day, week, or year, you jacked up the wrong damn card. You jacked up the wrong card. You dropped your score, got stuck, can't get it anymore. Now you're stuck. Half of you are just freaking stuck. What do? You open the gap. Write down, open the gap. Pay it down. 2 ways to think about it. So let's not be stupid, because I think we follow stupid. Okay. What do we get to do? We get to play the game. How about this? We plan the problem. Now we're going to go to the board. I want you to understand something today. What are we focusing on? I want you to focus on income. Income. Now what's going to happen is right here, it's like the house. If you have a house, we have a problem. The house does not show up on credit files, house or car ever. So we're going to look at house, then we're going to look at car. Okay? Car, it has a registered owner and a lien holder. Okay? So we're going to focus on these things of liability. We're going to focus on you. You're over here. Okay? And you have a spouse. Oh, good. We have 2 U's. All right? That means you're one. You became one. Fantastic. Now you pay more tax. Isn't that fun? All right? We got to plan the problem because we're going to have a blank hit the fan. What do? Let's watch. The SS5 form that most of us signed up basically when they're 14 to 16, or you connected to the SSN and then the 1040 tax return. Now I want to say it. I want you to write it down now. Okay, let's do this. You signed a form called SS5. Write it down. Equals SSN equals 1040 tax return. You see, now when Nixon took the gold standard out in August in 71, every woman at the hospital has to sign that form for the baby. So we're born, they get to bond us up to $35 million apiece, and we're assigned a number. Isn't that fun? When we die, the time of death at the hospital is for state and federal government. See, you got your first paycheck. See, when I hear this ding dong say, you shouldn't buy a house, I'm talking to people who didn't make the millions yet. Okay, let's talk to the 90% that fell because they don't have the structure like most people need. What do? Understand something. Today you get a paycheck. Fantastic. Okay, your first paycheck. Where's my money? Where's my money? I barely work, but I want money. I screwed up too. I still want my money. What did they tell you in personnel? The IRS gets your cut. You get the leftover. Wow. You're taxed before you get your paycheck. The only way to get your money back is a house payment. 24% or 24 years, you get the interest back anyway. So offsets the taxes. But the thing is, we're not going to be rich getting a single house because that's kind of dumb anyway. That's a division process. We'll go into that next. So here's the SSN 1040 tax return. Now let's look at SS4 form. This is where people screwed up all the time. The S is for form. Let's write down employer, entity, individual. So employer, entity, or me. Write it down. See, what happens is you should have learned how to play the game. In other words, you have 3 divisions of yourself, 3 divisions of me. So write it down, 3 divisions of me. So if we do 3 divisions of each, we have the ability to play the game. Problem is, credit needs to be separate from husband and wife. She screws up, I'm screwed up, I screw up, she screws up. No, thank you. The house and car never show up on your file until you screw them up. We create a line of defense, SS4, SS4. I set up the dashboard in 1987 that allows tax ID to set up a credit file in the first place. Again, that's kind of fun, isn't it? So if we look at this form here, a division can have a tax ID as well, so can a corporation. They're using corpse to corpse, cities and Cs. Okay, no problem. Then basically 1984 came around. It screwed up my life. It really did. What happened? I get this letter in the mail. It says I have to pay $800 to $1,000 per entity. What the blank? For a corporation in California? Just to say I have a corporation in California, it's $800 to $1,000 to say I have one. California's become the most taxed state in the world, as far as I'm concerned, as far as for me. What do? My problem is simple. That would cost me up to $1.2 million. I own some Shakey's, some 31 flavors. I own some Subways. I own some shopping centers, condos, and all pieces, and all kinds of stuff. Havasu, Big Bear, La Mirada, El Belenda, Anaheim Hills. What do? Sacramento time. I asked Sacramento, okay, could I create a form or a way of an entity not to pay a what? Franchise tax fee. Now let's finish over here. Ready? We're going to have basically 9 entities, and this is where they're all screwing up. Even basically screwing up Mr. Howdy Doody, as I call him. He doesn't remember me, but I remember him. So Mr. Howdy Doody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Now, we're going to have another division over here for you, but I want you to understand something. Today, your driver's license has your home address on it. That's called stupid. You're going to P.O. box it. Driver's license, insurance registration. Okay, what does it have? Home address. You're going to change the P.O. box again. You're going to start protecting your assets and your privacy. Now, what happens is very simple. You're going to have a division of me. Please write down division of me, but have 3 of them, please. 3 divisions of me. Now, watch what happens. Since we're allowed correctly, and I'm going to show you how a corporation makes an entity of you or entity of anything else to be a legal person too. It's a Lamborghini. Oh, goody. Well, there was 21 cars in the collection. Here's the key. Bum, 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 bum. But on social media, you can only write out so much to the car. That guy's an idiot. I'm sorry. Stupid. This is ridiculous. I don't care about the damn write-off. I care if they're going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. Sam's Club, getting a bumpity bump. They sue the registered owner. It's you. You're a duck and a sheep. Bah, bah, quack, quack, quack. Quit being a duck and a sheep, please. Let's let the corporation absorb the car, and let's drive a damn company car. Is that okay? What does this mean for you? Okay. Now, the registration of a car, all right, is going to be changed to a division. This division here is for leases and loans. This one's for credit cards. This is for supply credit equals cash credit. Cash. So the registration of your car is going to be a division. You're creating a line of defense because I said so. We're going to build a real blueprint of success that I designed for the last 49 years. When they sue the division, you're allowed to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, no intent to do fraud, and bankrupt the crap out of it. Under the Federal Protection Act, automatic stay. Why not? Instead, right now, you're a duck and a sheep. Quack, 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 bah, and stop it. So understand something. The car, they never sued the lien holder. The house, you bought it, only you buy it. One of the yous, not both yous, because that'd be stupid. You lose the house or car, you know what they do? They report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got a tax problem too. You got a plan to live and plan to die. Don't you understand this yet? We play my way. This is actually showing exactly what. Watch. The registered owner is a division of a corporation. It's right there. Even the license plate matches. It's a marketing tool. Did you know if you make money today, you can sponsor the Indy 500 and write off as a marketing tool? Boom, boom, boom. Why not? Have some fun. The NACB certifies me as the guy that basically what? Came up with the 25% rule. Every credit card you have fluctuates. Sticky time, $10,000 card, you can't use more than $2,800. You ever get past that? It's yellow, it's red. You screwed it up. And then you're stuck. It sucks. If we do it the right way, what do we get to do? We get to play and win the game of business. I like to win. Let's write down all credit cards fluctuate but two. Write it down. All right, it's very simple to do. Write it down. Every one of you deserve a 750 score. You see, you're good people, most of you. Good people, crap happens to us all the time. It sucks. So the ability to play the game to win. So these don't fluctuate. What? They don't what? Fluctuate? You jacked up the wrong damn card. You did it to yourself. Jump up and kick yourself in the assets. You have 10 counts. That's only 10. 10 applications that matter. I'm an affiliate, 119 creditors, and most of them suck. You only need 10 of these. That's all you want. You should have 100,000 of personal credit. 100,000. The corporation needs 1 million. Every division, listen carefully the way I designed it. Every division is entitled to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And now I set up the dashboard in 87. Maybe you'll pay attention. Would you like $1 million or would you like more? The goal is $1 million. Okay. If the goal is $1 million, we need $1 million in credit. I invented Daisy Chain of Credit 89. Simple. What do? One card. All right there. Let's go get 9 more. American Express is offering you 99 more. It's ridiculous. Let's just get 9, okay? So if we use some common sense, I want to sell you in a bottle for $1 million. Let's say we get $1 million. Here's $100,000 of credit for here on one card times 9 more. That's 1 million. Get off the damn American Express card. And American Express gives you a blueprint loan for $250,000. $250,000 million. If we get 10 cards, we got $1 million. If I got the other 9 cards, I can do the same thing to get 10 million of credit. If we build foundation, it builds finance and the dream. Now, my book for kids. Since I helped set up the system in Boston, Ken Yarborough around in TRW Experian, this is basically for every kid, high school and college. It's free. It's called Starting Out Right. The little guy there's little Ray. They say he looks like me. They designed it to me. I guess that's okay. My wife says I don't have chubby cheeks like that, but who knows? Okay. So what happens is very simple. This is a free download to anybody in high school and college. Free. And I'll set up their credit file for them for free. Free. I'll set up their credit file for free. I'll give them their first credit card. Don't listen to those 9 ding-dongs. You need a secure Capital One. That's called stupid. That's an inquiry. If you don't let me get the card, then it's an opensky.com. Capital Bank, no inquiry. Got it so far? We got to give people the real rules and tools. We can play. Federal Trade Commission says flat out, credit repair is a scam. I didn't say they did. They indict Daniel, the credit repair cloud, going blah, 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 blah. And the Credit Repair Organization Act used to be the AB-10. I know who wrote it. Maybe you look that up too. We play. What are we going to do? How about you take a picture now? See, when I created 40 years ago, and I've updated all the time, called Winning the Credit Game. Why don't you get a free copy of that too? Most of the silly people doing credit repair, all right, going to remove all the blah, 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 lie. They're using some of my products anyway. Why not? Okay, let's play. Get a free one. Now, the Debt Crisis Intervention. How about the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act? Because you need a copy of that too. Here you go, free. Years ago in the credit bureaus, there was consumer credit counseling. That was one of my companies, by the way. What do? How about we go to basically Amazon, all right, shop, and soon to be the TikTok shop too. And you get to play with me some more. Wow. Analytical 750. Credit Karma, you're fired. You're fired. Why? Hell, you've indicted 6 times. It's your piece of crap, in my opinion. You don't have Experian. You have no phone number to help anybody anyway. It's a joke. Okay? Analytical has all 3 bureaus. And they're even cheaper than Experian.com because they're going to charge you $24.95, $25 a month. Take a picture. Can you imagine that picture there? They have all 3 agencies. And if you want a Chase card ever, you need Experian.com. Banks would look at Experian. Credit Karma, you're fired. Fired. Now, they're going to call you every 46 days. Call you. They're going to tell you what's next. All this guessing crap's going to stop. Let me talk to Billy. Let me talk to my friend. Stop. All this amateur crap, it's ridiculous. The other thing is their app's going to be in the Apple Store or this next year. They're helping the Dun & Bradstreet, Spear, and the Treasurer and Equifax business reports. Would that be okay if they do personal business for you? Can they help you? Yeah. All you got to do is scan it. Scan it now, $25 a month. There you go. Let's have some fun. Now, here's what happened in my life. I got born in a taxi. Mommy and Daddy didn't want me. They threw me away. What am I going to do? I get to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. All right, every time she used and abused, her eyes went red. She's the devil's damn wife. What do we do? Okay. Now, let's write it down. Oh, you got a corporation, Billy Bob? Oh, goody. Online, there's your name. You're the officer. You're on the bank account. What happens when they sue? They sue you. Because that's the only thing you got. It's like silly people. You need to put it in a trust. You need to stop. Who signs everything? A trust doesn't have a hand. Can't sign any paper. Now watch. I'm 7.5 years old. I listened to this at a poker game. All right, she told everybody at that famous poker game, don't talk to that piece of, you know what, in the corner. On that piece, that was nice of her. What does it say? May sue or be sued. It may what? Sue or be sued? So we can't win no matter what. Here's what Supreme Court did for corporations. Supreme Court deemed a corporation as a legal person to receive money, pay tax when it's profitable. So in other words, no taxes due till you're profitable. Here we're taxed before we get our damn paycheck. What are we going to do? Well, you got to learn how to play the game. Now watch what happens. Not required to file fictitious business name. Now what? That was wrong. I knew that at 9.5 years old. My first corporation cost me $10. That same corp today, guess what? It's $30. You have $30? You lied to yourself, and I think everybody lies to you too. Kind of sucks. The car, the building, the credit card. See, it's like when you put, the LLC in the trust and blah, blah, blah. That crap is crap. You still got to guarantee crap. You're still the CFO. You're on the bank account, your business license. You're still going to get screwed and sued if you don't protect your assets. Division can solve the problem. All right, division can solve the problem. It's on the same bank account. It doesn't need to sign a damn thing. Division can solve the problem. That follows what? Tax ID. We're going to basically play my way. 4 ways of division and incorporation. Your corp's allowed 4 things. That's it. My rules, not yours. Do what I say, please. And 7 things for divisions. If we plan the problem, we will create a line of defense. What does this mean? You're going to say you're an expert in real estate. Oh, goody. You're an expert in real estate. Okay, here's Grant. He's an expert in real estate. No, he's an expert at taking other people's money, using their money to get something. I hope he does what he's supposed to do and doesn't run a Ponzi like they said. Okay. Now, here's the properties, okay? Let's say that we have properties, all right? I want to put every property in a division so it'll line of defense. Now, you're going to go, Ray, I got an LLC, goody. I got an LLP, goody again. I got a C Corp, goody, S Corp, goody, and I got a nonprofit, goody, goody, or have a PC. All I care is you got a damn corporation. Pick one. Who cares in the beginning? The 90% haven't made any money. They lost everything. They're trying, and you're not teaching the rules and tools, and somehow you got lucky. Good for you. I love this one. I didn't put any money down. Well, but then I borrowed from my brother, my cousin, my uncle. What did you do? Talk about BS. If we have 3 divisions, we can separate our lives and have fun. I got 3 houses in my LLC. Oh, goody. One screws up, they go after you. The IRS gets you too. So what are we supposed to do? Now understand something. If we have a division, this is called the line of defense. Line of what? Defense. When I create a division process, it's the most brilliant thing that God gave me as a vision and a dream. And I like that fact because it makes sense. So if they're going to chase debt or chase what SSNS is for, why would it want to be me? Being me sucks. Being you sometimes sucks too, right? We play the game. There's 1,000 steps to get to millionaire. Why is anybody teaching that? I wrote a book, Millionaires Founders Kit, Blueprint of Success, years ago. 40 years ago, I put the first version out. And they said, no one's ready for that. Ready? Ay. Guthrie Rankers, all you want to do is help poor people. I want to help everybody. The Millionaires Founders Kit, the Blueprint of Success. I sold this at the Bonnevich in Los Angeles for 32 friggin' years, 5,000 a set. Long Beach, Ontario, Orange County, 4 events every week. 4 events, being the second largest advertiser in California. You see, I've been teaching you the truth. You pay attention. That's you. First time you're here. What the hell have you been? Where have you been? Listen to rules and tools. Build your foundation. We all have an old crap day. There it is. What did I do? I got 3 yachts in the backyard. I got a mansion in Huntington Harbor. I got the largest U-Dock. There it is. What do we get to do? Wife wants to take 72 people to watch the fireworks. Okay, it's the middle yacht. Why not? We go watch the fireworks. We had a good time. Yay! Next day, I'm in a coma. It ruined my whole day. Before that, I used to tell my wife, I never get sick. This time I got to get sick and die and come back and help you. She calls Ron, the district manager. What is he? He goes to the office to steal books and CDs. I got 50 million people on my database because when I had my radio show with George Putnam and all those other people, I got people everywhere helping them. Tom, my IT manager, sells my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. To this day, it's a porn site. What do? You protect your assets. What did I do? Very simple. Now, I've been saying this for 40 plus years. Pay tax or what? Buy a Lamborghini. Yeah, dude. Here's my name all over the damn thing. But it's not my name. It says RayReynoldsUniversity.com on the window, the sides, and even the license plate. Wow, I got the key. But it's not in my name because I'm not stupid. If I get in a bumpity bump, they sue the division. And I can disconnect ISA Incorporated and bankrupt the hell out of it and get it away. I don't have to bring the pain home like you. Why do you do it? I don't know any better, right? You know, Elon Musk, pay tax or buy a spaceship. You have 3 guys that are so bored, they're building spaceships. They have so much money, they don't know what to do. Okay, pay tax, buy a spaceship. How about this? We pay tax or buy a nonprofit. You're on a budget today. That means simple. I want you to pick nonprofit. $30 a father thing. That's it. I'll help you get your exemption. Grant money up to $100,000 of grant money. Trump money's coming. It's coming. What do we get to do? Trump money. It's grant money. Now that $100,000 for a project, now you get a paycheck. Now you can pay your bills. Now you can focus on separating liability and you can focus on a profit company too. See, you never had to bring the pain home. All right. You chose to not follow me. Take a picture, scan it, say yes, 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 because I'll actually text you or send you the link of my classes on Friday and Saturday. There you go. I've been teaching these for 40 plus years. You want to play? Let me know. Now, if you need an address for your bank and all the other pieces, it's simple. I lease out 12 feet at a time. That way I'm not classified as shared office space. Is that okay if you get your 12 feet? I like that. We can play the game to win. Now, let's pretend you're going to do what I asked you to do. See, I'm bossy and I'm direct. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. That's how it works. I tell my client what to do all the time because you're going to do that. No, stop. You're going to do that. It's crap. I got this poor guy. He's going to go to court in January. He's going to lie to court. He's going to go to get fraud and go to prison. No, sir, you're going to bankrupt. You're going to do this and that. That's the way you get out of a debt and a problem for $2.5 million. You don't lie. Automatic stay, Federal Protection Act. Hey, how about we do this? Let's get some corporate credit, I understand, and let's go buy our lifetime income. Borrow money is not taxable. Borrow money is what? Not taxable. Debt offsets taxes, and you get a fourplex, an apartment complex. You get what? The Wendy's, the Jack in the Box, and all the pieces? Why not? But should you not own the piece, why let somebody else do it for you and get a little piece of what? Own the damn thing. This is how you set up your Dun & Bradstreet, by the way, through Analytico. All right, don't worry. They have a fast track program. I helped design their first one over 40 years ago. Now, do you want to be a millionaire? Please say no. I mean, it bothers me. How rich are you? Okay, how much money you got? How rich? Stupid. The IRS is listening to these ding-dongs. When you say you're rich, I'm rich, you pierced your veil and told the IRS it's you. You kind of sucks. I don't want you to be rich. I want your corporation to have 9 divisions. Now, understand what that means. All right, let's do count again. Let's count. If I have, 9 divisions, 100,000 credit times 10, that means I have 9 divisions here. If I have 9 houses, that means I have 9 to separate liabilities. That equals, very simple, 18. So let's write down 18 divisions, okay? That gives us 9 lines of credit to create up to $1 million of credit in 9 locations, which gives us 100,000 a month. 100,000 a month. Is that okay? Okay, 100,000 a month. Even the guy that talks about, I got Section 8s. I get $600 a month. You people are living off that. It's ridiculous. I go to a house, I fixed that and wasted all this money. Now you're stuck. Get a fourplex instead. If you allow me to repackage you, 2026, I will push you so hard that you will get 100,000 a month. I guarantee 5,000. Then you're going to get to 10. And if we multiply by every division again and again, they have their own credit files. That's the way I designed it. Now, today, if you pay attention, let's understand. I'm going to help rebuild you, not credit repair crap, and going to get you to 750. I'm going to do a rapid rescore and some other things to help you. What do we do next? We're going to get this Spark card from or Capital One, 100,000. They have 2 sisters for 30. Okay, it's 160. That 160. Now understand, the only card that shows up on personal credit as business is Capital One Spark, which is stupid. They say they're going to fix it someday, driven by tax ID anyway. This is called dumb. We still want that 160, but now it's times 9. If I go to B of A, they have 3 applications I like. Wells Fargo has 4. Chase has 6. If we multiply the credit, like even the American Express Gold card here, that's 5. What? 5 of the 10 cards I like, that's $5 million, by the way. If we build the foundation, we can build the finance and the dream. Then you go back to the bank. What do you do? So when you hear you can't get a loan at the bank, that's crap. Okay, crap. Okay, it's ridiculous. Here is Bank of America saying bridge the gap. As long as your corporate divisions are 2 years, you need them now. So next year is on the second year. What do we do? If I take these 4 banks, they'll give you the lines of credit. I'll line you up, and I guarantee it. Do it my way, you're going to get the line of credit and checkbook money. Okay, what do we do? Now even Navy's fun. Now the combination of all this is $5.4 million of credit if you want to play my way. Division allows you to justify $250,000 of projection. So you're going to project 1 million in sales next year at least. Division process, what do we do? I set up the dashboard in 1987 when I'm training Yarborough and TRW and Spear and all the blah, blah, blah. If you allow me, all right, to add 2,000 of history to your name, your division name, any name, or your corporation name, I can start the credit file called the Experian Treasurer and Equifax instantly. Pop, it's ready to go per entity. Now, I don't need tax. Listen carefully. I do not need tax ID for the divisions until after I daisy chain and ask for separate billing. I don't need tax ID unless I want separate billing. Divisions are very simple. Let's do this. Take a picture right here, right there. A division is literally $1,000. It's set up with credit report, Experian, Treasurer, and Equifax. It has history ready to go. You can do them on your own to answer your question someone has asked earlier, but again, you didn't get the credit reports. And it's the same price if I did it for you without you doing it anyway. So if you want to do it on your own, good luck, okay? So here's 3, 9, and 12. Today, if you basically got any of those, are called the office, they'll actually basically double the number because I said so. That is 6, that is 18, that is 24. If you did it right away. Well, what do we do? Today, you want 25,000 of credit. Everything you do with me, I'm going to give you 10 times your money back. I've done that since I was 26 because I don't want you to have to pay for someone to get your money back. So if you invest money in a line of credit or something, I'm going to give you 10 times your credit anyway. So let's think today, 25,000 of credit. They're normally $2,500. So there's 10 times back. Today, if you did it through me online or call the office now, it's $2,000. If you Zelle, you save 10% on that, but that's your opportunity. If you want 50,000 of credit, it's 5,000. Through me, it is 3,000. That means the opportunity because I'm live, going to webinar now. Zelle, call the office right away too. If you Zelle, you save 10%. If you want 100,000 too, which you should get, then 100,000 to the corporation, that's 200,000 of credit. That's usually 10,000 each per 100,000. If we did it my way today, it is 5,000 for the 100,000. Instead of doubling that to make it 10, if you did it while we're online with me now, it's very simple. I will double it for 7,000. Take a picture. It'll last longer. It's Zelle now, and always good, always good. But then you can call the office at 800-254-9506. It's right in front of you. Take that picture. So that way you can call the office and they'll honor what I just told you as well. 800-256-9506. What do? We package you. Repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. See, I think you got some good pieces. I think you're missing a couple of pieces. Is that okay? We play my way for a while. Now, today you could have made $1,000. You can make a list of all your referrals and put them in our system called HubSpot. They will sell you 10% for anything they buy. They'll give you store credit. If you say you don't have the money to do something that's BS, store credit pays for it, or they'll send you a check. Would you like $1,000? Scan it. Take a picture again and again. Let's turn this in money maker too. Now, as a kid, they kept saying, "How you doing, little boy?" They know I was eating out of a trash can, used and abused. Nobody gave me, you know what? My response then and to this day is always good. Always good. That's my signature. And to myself, I say, thank you, Jesus. He gave me another day. You see, that's the goal. I'd like you to be a puppet master. What does this mean for you? I'd like you to control things, all right? Control things in corporations' division process and not say me, me, me. I don't want you to be rich. I think only stupid people say that, in my opinion. Sorry to say, but I think it's true. Here's 2 of the cards out of the 21 card collection. Here's 2 buildings out of the 2.2 billion of buildings and goodies to play. And that's what we get to do. That's 1,013 divisions, by the way. I want to basically teach you to be what's called boring and steady. Is that okay if we're boring and steady? What does this mean? We're going to make that picture one more time. One more time. If you have a corporation, don't care what kind it is in the beginning, it's a management company. That's what it is. It's going to manage entities again and again and again and again. Because that's what you're allowed to do. If you do this correctly, you get to win. The divisions of you have 3 of these. If you had a problem, you could get rid of the bad piece and keep the other pieces. If a corporation is a legal person, is in Chapter 18, so is every entity you put under the division. But the division doesn't have to sign anything. It's the only way you can really do what they're talking about, the LLC and the trust and blah, blah, blah. They might want to partner with me in the near future. That way they get it right this time. We play the game to win. So what do we get to do? Let's see. Today, we have 51 escrows we're lining up for next year. 51. What does this mean? That means you, I'm going to help you get, and I'm going to line you up to get checkbook money. How about a blueprint loan? This is 150 times 2, and these are each basically 250,000. They're giving you lines of credit, so you can get these. So tell that company going blah blah blah, shut up. I never heard so much BS in my life. Now they changed their thing today because what I've been saying is the truth. What if you're stuck with me for a year? That means we're going to close 6 to 10 escrows. Is that okay? Now watch what happens. If I told you to write a check from the line of credit I help you get, line of credit, and you wrote a check for $25,000 and you gave it to escrow, you own the piece. You see, you own that piece until it burns down and you die. That means forever, okay? You should never give somebody else money to invest for you and blah, blah, blah. You need auto income on a monthly base. Own the piece. After we put 3 people plus me, we use about $3,200 a month positive cash flow. After the bills are paid, how about $50,000? How about we do $75,000? How about we put $100,000 from basically 9 or 10 of us? We need $1 million. Should we take it from blueprint loan? Should we take it from what? Checkbook money or line of credit as well? So if you own the piece, a storage unit apartment complex, because I don't think you really want to work there, take a picture. That's your future. That's your future. Why did you not want to buy the Wendy's restaurant when you drove by it the other day? Jack in the Box, storage unit, laundromat, car wash. These are run by third-party management companies. I mean, do these work or something? I don't understand. All right, but again, you got my clients out there going, you need a laundromat. You need a car wash. No, you don't. Who the hell wants to work at a car wash and laundromat? You want to own the damn thing. Let a management company manage it for you. Become a puppet master. That's the goal. That's how it works. I want to blueprint you. I want you flat out to allow me to have you on a Zoom call or meeting for 1 hour with you and your partner of life. I would like to talk about your past, present, and future. My first question is, you have a bankruptcy. Did you seal it or not, or a tax problem? Did you screw up American Express or Chase? What do we do next? Family, corporation, what kind do you have? or I've got an LLC. All right, pay money for that for day. It's ridiculous. They're free in all 50 states. Pay your damn filing fee. Divisions, how many you got? You need 18, by the way. What do? We're going to plan to live. We're going to plan to die. You're going to get an irrevocable trust because I said so. The car's a division. The house is bought from a trust from now on. Did you know when I wrote down cash flow free at the time I was 16 years old? It's in my book. All right, auto income. A blueprint call with me is $5,000 for you and your part of life for that hour, $5,000. But again, the office sells it for $2,000. And tonight, if you did it right away through me, I'm going to give it to you for $9.99. If you sell, you save 10% on that too. But you get to play the game to win. See, I rhyme all the time. I try to force myself not to. We play. If you partner with me in a project, guess what we get to do? It's free. I like that. So let's go back in time one more time. 1984. $800 to $1,000 franchise tax fee. And they kept changing things all the time. For it was this price, this price, this price. So if it keeps going up, up, and away, what do we get to do? So they're very simple. Sacramento cannot create an entity under the corporation that doesn't pay franchise tax fee. See, prior to that, it was corp owning corporation. The difference is I don't want to pay franchise tax fee. So what did I do? They said, create a form or modify one. I could see in my head chapter 18 where it said not required or 17,983. Then I could see the SS4, or employer, entity, or me. I could see it and it's like my head just put it all together. And that's how it works. I've been getting vision since I was a kid. So this form here said husband and wife and partner. Well, that sucks. It was wrong too. Your corporation is going to have a division that I set up for you and designed it for you. I'm going to do all the work for you. You're going to listen and do what you're told to do. What a concept. You're going to be 4A. One of my corporations is going to be 4. Then I'm going to invite a B and a C. If we all put in a deposit into an escrow, we own a piece in a deed of trust. We get to keep it till it burns down and we're dead. Isn't that okay? In other words, it's ours forever. Since 1987, by the way. We're going to play the game. Let's say you want to play with me for 90 days, 3 months. Okay. Every 3 weeks, we're on the phone. That's what we're going to do on the phone. You're going to take a picture right here. I'm going to give you 100,000 credit. If you don't have it already, coming to you. Blueprint call, monthly calls, 18-book CD, the full blueprint of success, and the 18 divisions. 18 divisions by themselves are usually $20,000. Today, the listed price is 10 for this. The office sells it for their 7. There's a discount. If you do it while you're online with me now, it's $5,000. There you go. That's right, 5,000. 100,000 is usually 10. The 18 divisions is usually 20 grand. So now you get it all because I want to make you a blueprint of success. If you play with me for a year, that means every 3 weeks we're on the phone. I want to give you 100,000 of personal and business credit. Is that okay? I want to blueprint you. I want to give you 12 months so we get 10 escrows closed. Escrows closed 10. That could range up to 100,000 a month. I think you need to focus on income. And I think all the silly people, I'm rich. All right, blah, 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 blah. It's all BS. You need to focus on a paycheck. You have to pay us at the taxes. You want to get to the million to billion. First million is usually the hardest. Second one's okay. Fifth one is easier. And I guess you get to win. Today, that's $27,000 for a year of me. But if you did it today during the webinar, now, we get to save a little bit of money. All right, 40 get to play with me. Okay. Now, so you could put $2,500 down and make the balance right away. You still get 200,000 credit. If not, you can put the 25 down and then you lose half the credit, only 100,000. But what happens next is very simple. Someone earlier today emailed me and said, would you offer what you offered a week or 2 ago? I said, that was 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So I offered that instead of $20,000 and save 7, I offered it for $10,000. That's how I paid in full. And for that person that asked the question, if you did it today, call that office right away. Very simple to do. And everyone else could do the same thing too. What do? There's your Zell right there. All right, what do? Now. No, always good. We get to call the office at 800-254-9506. 9506. They're waiting for you to call now. And Zell. Either way you want to do it. Work it out with them. Be assigned to a specialist. Now, let's watch. American Express offers you 99 cards. I think that's kind of dumb, my opinion. But I can offer you the same thing, but I'm not going to. So if I get these cards here, I get 99 more cards. Okay, no, I want 9. I want 9. They offer you a blueprint loan. Blueprint loan is as long as you have 30 transactions and 100,000 in and out of the bank account, you should get no problem getting up to 250. There you go. You could get into a franchise. If you want to tag with me, we can play that game too. What do? Blueprint loan, and basically you become the bank. You get to play the game to win. So let's understand something today. Okay? Call the office, 800-25956, or I'm screwing that up. Office, 800-254-9506. Stay safe, stay strong. Let's do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. See, we got a choice. You today could spend tomorrow in classes with me. You could spend the whole day on Saturday with me, 5 classes live. And you can learn more in one day than you ever learned in your life, as far as I'm concerned. So 800-254-9506. Call the office right away. And always remember a couple things from me. It's very simple to say and simple to do. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.